Okay, we're live. Hello, everyone. I'm Beth, founder of Botanica Beth, and I am guiding you through the 28 sacred elements for ritual. So let's just jump to it. Keep it nice and sweet and short. Today is the journal, and I went back and forth on the one big journal I wanted to show you and the other journal that I use. So I'm just going to share both. Okay, number one is just a moleskin lined journal. I'll link it up. This is my favorite because it's lightweight and it's flexible. And I know some of you guys might not like this, but I fold my books. Even in the tub, I don't like hardcover books because I like roll the pages. I may have just lost half of you. So the first part is part of the sacred home in the sacred rituals is journaling. And this is a daily activity. And the reason it is high on the list and foundational is because when we begin our journey inward, self-discovery, just navigating the new us, we often, the changes happen like in very small increments. And we don't even realize it sometimes. And so keeping documentation of where you are and where you start is such a valuable asset. So you can look back and be like, wow, I had a really good month. Or, you know what, I didn't really have a good month, and that's okay. And maybe 10 years after journaling, you could be like, you know, every November kind of sucks. And then and then you can start to really look at these of, do you have consistently tough weeks? Do you have seasons of your life that are really high or seasons of your life that are really low? And so this is going to, as we align with the lunar rhythm and the solar rhythm, this allows you to really take a candid look at the rhythm of your life. So I found it to be a very powerful tool. And really shifting that in the winter season, you know, January, February, March really, is very rest, right? It's rest. And instead of going against the grind of like expectations that we should be super busy, it almost gives us permission to rest and kind of really align with the ebb and flow. So documenting this is such a big part of seeing your growth. It also, when you show up for yourself every day, it starts to build trust in yourself again. And that is a very common thread working with my clients that I see. You know, I see it within myself on continually something I need to work on. But a lot of women have lost trust with ourselves because we're so disconnected to the natural wisdom. So journaling really lets us bring this back home. So I'm going to show you two. The first one is going to be the flexible moleskin. It's lined. I'll put a link up. But one thing that I would encourage, and this is not saying you have to separate it, I just found this to be a little bit better for me, is that I have a book that's separate for the Course in Miracles. And so I'm reading through an entire year of the Course in Miracles as a study. And it just allows me to have this. And if I don't show up for anything else, I showed up for that. And that's why I like it a little bit. Like I keep this flexible and small is because it can pop in my backpack. It can pop on a flight if I'm traveling. It's something that can be very mobile for me because it's like a non-negotiable. So that I wanted to show you because you're gonna see pictures of it and you're like, wait, what are we talking about journal wise? So just know that I do have that sacred element of just my spiritual journal. Whether, you know, maybe you want to study the Bible for a year, maybe you want to study whatever book your faith is rooted in. If there is a book, go there. For me, this year, it's the Course in Miracles. Okay, so I wanted to show you journal number 2. This one feels good. You see the light, you guys? Like every time I get on, it's like, I feel like it's just divine. This one is gonna be, look at how beautiful this is. It's my dragon, it's emerald. This handmade paper you guys do not have to start with this. This is a practice that I've been doing for about a decade. So I'm just to the point where I'm ready to start to build out, some people call it a grimoire. Some people call it a journal. Some people will call it a field guide. Scientist is really the backbone of whatever your practice is. Because I am a scientist, I am going to call this a field guide. And the reason being is that my guides and angels have been pushing me to do something that I've been neglecting with this book. And it is because I feel like I have to pull everything out of my head that I know about plants and plant medicine and sourcing and harvesting and botany genetics and put it in this book for you guys and bring you along. And that just is like, it feels like a giant project to help you guys build your field guide. But that's where we're going. So just know that these books are meant to be a self-discovery tool for you. Where we start, tomorrow's video is actually going to be a prompt of something I do every new moon. I'll show you a little sneak peek because I already did it. But this is going to be a pillar in your practice that if you're like, I cannot do something every day right now, I want you to ask, can you do something once a month? Because that is going to be, can you do something once a month equals, can you show up on the new moon? You've got a 3-day window of that lunar phase. So you have 3 days to do a new moon ritual. And that's where I'm going to show you that. And if all you do for an entire year, that's okay. That was year 1 for me. I'll share more on that. So the journal is going to be your anchor. I want you guys to start looking for your dream journal. But I also, chances are, if you're like me, you have a journal that is so beautiful that you're having a hard time beginning. So I'm going to drop a journal prompt in the comments and description. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to discover your sun sign of the zodiac and your moon. 2 spots. And just write your name, right? You could literally write, this journal belongs to Botanica Beth. My sun sign is Aquarius. My moon sign is Pisces. That's it. Just break the ice with the journal page. And leave that page, maybe blank the rest of it, because I'm going to sneak in more elements of who you guys are in the cosmos, not really go into it super deep in explanation. I have a girlfriend that does that. But it's just a good thing to know us, right? We need to know all of us. And our birth certificates in the United States are a piece of the puzzle. And they have more to say than just what is printed. So we're going to take that information and figure out your sun and moon sign. And that is just a great way to break your journal in, right? It's something I write every new journal. It's almost like this book belongs to. So that's it. I just want you guys to gather something. Gather your writing, your paper. If you don't have anything else, grab computer paper. You could grab line paper. I cannot tell you how many of my journal prompts or thoughts or notes are on the back of a bill, right? So maybe our mail came in. I will put them on the back of a bill if it's blank. I have no shame on reusing whatever paper is closest to me to get the stuff that's spiraling in my head out. And yes, so that's it. Day number 2, sacred journal. Work on that and I'll see you guys tomorrow.